This is our 230 ACX, and it keeps saying that the cutting system is blocked. And you look at it, and you can see, the blades. They'll pivot pretty freely, so that's not really an issue. And most people would say, "Well, I don't get it. The thing's spinning. What else does it need to do?" Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. And one of the things that people often don't realize is the shield needs to be able to rotate freely from the cutting disc. It can't just be this whole assembly rotating. And that's where the problem is here with this 230 ACX. This is pretty tight to try to spin this shield while you hold the cutting disc. So we're going to pull this off of here and see what's going on underneath there. And this is something you should do if you get a cutting system blocked error. It could be a fluke thing, If it happens again pretty directly after you get that first error, then you want to check this out. Or if you get it frequently, like we were experiencing, and I didn't realize it till somebody told me that's why the yard wasn't getting mowed. The mower kept stopping. So, and this is a little bit different setup. If you noticed, there's 4 screws in this, and it actually has this little plate here comes off, and it's aluminum, not plastic like the newer style mowers. But you get the idea. It's the same thing underneath here. You got the bearing assembly, and you have your cutting disc, and you can see here that there's a ton of something or other wrapped around in this bearing assembly. So I gotta grab an Allen wrench now and pop that screw out of there, so I can pull this bearing assembly up out and free all this up, clean all that out, because that's our issue. There we go. Just that simple to free up this cutting disc and get our bearing assembly working the way it should. Now we'll put everything back together, set this thing out there in the yard, and it should be good to go. All right, we got our screw back in there holding our bearing assembly in place. We'll put our shield back on here. Get our holes lined up, because this one is just slightly different than the other one. On the newer style mowers that actually have the little nubs sticking up to help line up that plate. So we got that on there, and then we'll put our cap back on in the center. And again, where you're putting screws into plastic parts, always make sure to spin them backwards so that they pop into place, and you're not stripping out the threads or forcing it in there. Get them started. Don't tighten them up the whole way, because you might have to rock it around a little bit, or move it just slightly to get everything to line up properly. So get all of them started, then go through and then snug them all up. There we go. We got all 4 of them in there. We'll get them snugged up. And now we'll be ready to put this back out there and let it start mowing, and make sure there's no other errors that we should be looking for. The 230 ACX is back to work, and we are not getting any more cutting system block errors, so that did the trick. Just that little bit of extra investigation there to find that stuff up there in the bearing assembly made a world of difference in the performance of this mower. As always, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future videos that we have coming out. And if you have any questions or comments or any kind of technical support you're looking for your Automower, be sure to leave a comment on this video, or you can send us an email to roboticmowerservices@gmail.com. If you are searching for parts for your Automower, you can also send us an email to roboticmowerservices@gmail.com with the model and serial number of your mower and what parts it is you are looking for.